with you today. I didn't go live last week, so I thought today, let me just come here and share some of the life lessons that I keep coming back to. And my live is going to be short because I have yoga to do in like 20 minutes. But the first thing that I wanted to share, also, I hope I don't run out of data. The first thing I wanted to share is that you can never get life wrong. And knowing that has been such a relief for me. So I think of God like my GPS, my life GPS. And when you are using a GPS and you type in your destination, right? And then you drive, and then the GPS says turn right, and for some reason you don't turn right, maybe because you don't trust. For me, that really happens a lot when I know where I'm going, but not 100%. Like, I know up to a certain point and I want to take this route, and the GPS says turn right, and for me, I want to use the route that I know. I feel like God is like that, where God will say turn right, and if you turn left for some reason, you make a wrong decision. God is not going to give up on you. Just like how a GPS doesn't give up on you, it will say, okay, turn left on the next street, or it will say make a U-turn, or it will say, like, it will always adjust up until you get to where you are supposed to go, right? So if you know that you can never get life wrong, for me that is such a huge relief, right? And I know that even if I make a wrong decision, God will always show me the next best decision. And knowing that has really helped me to calm down, to relax, and to know that God has my back. I don't have to get everything right. I don't have to always um, be so hard on myself with the decisions that I make, because I will always get to where I am supposed to go. I can never, ever, ever, ever get life wrong. Okay. Okay, the second life lesson that I wanted to share today is that God will never leave you entirely alone. Sometimes we think that when we go through hard times, some people are going to be there for us. So what I have noticed with my life is God will never leave you alone. Someone else will support you. Someone who you did not expect to support you. Someone that you did not even know that they care about you, or someone that you never expected to come true for you. Someone will come true and they will help you. You will never be alone. Even if let's say you lose let's say you lose a friend, or you lose a parent, right? God will never leave you entirely alone. Hi, thank you so much for joining in. So if you lose, let's say, a parent, God will send people to step in that role. God will send someone to come and give you that support. Obviously, it's not going to be the same, and you will also feel that void that I wish this person was here. But when that person is not there, I promise you that God will never, ever, ever leave you alone. There'll always be someone who is there to fill in the gaps, someone who has volunteered to come and support you, and it will be someone that you did not even expect, right? And okay, another life lesson that I've also learned is, hi Kenda, thank you so much, thank you so much for joining in. Another life lesson that I have learned is you need to stop doing things that you feel like you should do, and start doing things that you want to do, things that you love to do, things that give you joy. And for me, I've seen this with fitness. So imagine if I went to the gym, and as I'm lifting the weights, I'm like, I just have to finish this, I just have to do it. No, I don't do it like that. When I go to the gym, I do things that I love. I look forward to waking up in the morning and going to connected. But I was saying that you need to learn to do things that you love doing, things that bring out the light in your eyes, things that you are passionate about. And when you do those things, you will see that consistency and discipline comes with ease. If you go to the gym and you're like, I have to do this, I have to lift these weights, I have to wake up, you are not going to enjoy it. And it is not nice to do things that you are not enjoying to do. So learn to do things that you want to do, things that make you feel happy, things that light you up, things that bring out the passion in you. And if you do that, you'll see that consistency is easy. You will see that you love the process, because at the end of the day, it is not about getting to the finish line. It is about enjoying the process. And when you love something and you know that you do it because you want to, not because you have to, I promise you, it is so easy. Like, after this live, I'm gonna go and do yoga. I love yoga. I love yoga so much. Like, I look forward to these Saturday mornings because I know that I'm gonna have great time. I'm gonna feel so good. I'm gonna open my heart. I'm gonna fall. I am going to try new things, new poses. I'm gonna meet maybe new people. But when you do something that you love, it makes such a big difference. It lights you up, it opens your heart, and it allows you to become the best version of yourself. So try to do things that you want to do, that you love to do, instead of things that you feel like you should do. And it's going to be so much easier. Hi guys, thank you so much for joining in. I really appreciate you. I'm just sharing the life lessons that have stuck with me. Another one is, in life you will have two options most of the time, and those options are going to be fear and love. So you must always choose love, because fear is going to say to you, what if it goes wrong? What if it doesn't work out? What if I embarrass myself? What if I humiliate myself? What if people laugh at me? But love is going to allow you to connect. Love is going to allow you um to expand. Love is going to allow you to create. So do things that bring out love in you. And just because you are choosing love over fear does not mean that it's going to be easy, but it will so much better. Okay. Hi, Stella the Stallion. How are you doing? Hi, Muhammad. Thank you guys so much for joining in. I really appreciate you. My live is not going to be long today because I have yoga in a few minutes that I'm looking forward to. Another thing that I've actually done in my life, for me, I learned a lot of lessons through fitness, right? So instead of going there and thinking, I want to lose, I don't know, 5 kgs, you go there and you set different goals. You set goals that fire you up inside, goals that make you feel good, right? For me, those goals, they don't have to be big. It can be, um, I want to know how to do a crow pose. I want to know how to do a handstand. I want to know how to do push-ups. For me, when I started my fitness journey, I did not know how to do push-ups. And some people can feel like that is so easy, but it is not easy. It took some time. And my first goal when I started training my upper body was, I just want to know how to do like maybe 5 or 3 proper push-ups. And now when I look back, when I look at the things that I can do now with my body, I'm just so in awe. I'm just so proud. And that is because I just put one simple goal to say, okay, I just want to know how to do push-ups. Right now, the goal that I'm working towards at the gym is I want to know how to do pull-ups. And I know that one day I'm going to watch myself doing pull-ups and just be so proud of just creating that goal. So have goals for yourself that are fun, that are not too hard, that are not too strict, and just tell yourself that, okay, I want to know how to do this and work towards that, right? And it is so much better than just saying you want to do something for the sake of doing it, because if you want to stick to something that you want to stick to, you have to have a why that is so strong. For me, for example, when I'm doing my pull-ups and my handstands. I'm doing that with my kids, and it is fun. We fall, we try again, we laugh at each other, and that brings me so much joy, right? Okay, what other lesson did I want to share? Okay, the time now is 10:12. I want to leave by 10. I think I want to leave by 10:20. I feel like I am moving so fast in this life because I don't wanna miss anything. At the same time, I am rushing for my yoga, and I know that if I don't do this live before yoga, after yoga, I'm probably not gonna have the energy to do this live. And also the lighting, the sun is probably not gonna be this good. Oh, what else did I want to share? I'm blanking out. I don't have notes today. Hi there. Thank you so much for joining in. Welcome in. What do I want to talk about? What else did I want to share? Okay. Something else that I am currently working on right now, which I am not perfect in by any means, is trying to find things that I can be grateful for in an area where I want to complain about. Excuse me, right? So, for an example, I took my son to the doctor recently, to an eye specialist, right? And it is so expensive. Like a consultation costs 2,600 rand. Medication costed 900 rand, right? And that is so frustrating, you know. But what helps me to go through things like that is I try to think of things that I can be grateful for. For an example, in that situation, I can be grateful that I have the medical aid that is going to pay portion of that amount. I can be grateful that I have a job that allows me to pay for that medical aid, that allows me to have money to also pay for that shortfall. I can be grateful that I have been trusted to be my son's mother, to lead him, to take care of him, to take him to the doctor when I need to. I can be grateful that we are healthy. Like, yes, the eye is not perfect, but there are other areas of our lives where we are healthy and the other eye is fine. So that's also something that I can be grateful for. And I do this as well when I feel like I am broke and I think, okay, I am broke and that is frustrating, but I can be grateful that I have a car that is going to take me to work, to wherever that I need to do to go. I can be grateful. I can be grateful that I have a gym membership. I can be grateful that I have food in my fridge. I can be grateful that I have water. You know, there's so many things that you can be grateful for, and that is something that I've been learning recently. When I want to complain, I think of things that I can be grateful for, especially in the area where I want to complain on. Like if I feel like there's something that is bothering me, maybe with love, I can think, okay, I can be grateful for my friends who love and support me. I can be grateful for the unconditional love that I have for myself. I can be grateful for the unconditional love that my kids have for me. I can be grateful for the love of God. Okay. Yeah. Oh, I was smiling because I was thinking that healing is so interesting, right? It is so interesting and it is amazing. I feel like healing is like peeling an onion. You know, when you're peeling an onion, you remove one layer and then another new layer pops up. You remove it, another one comes up. I have actually realized this year that I have a food a food trauma. I did not even know that I have this, but I noticed with myself that when my fridge starts to be close to empty, I start to panic. I start to worry. I start to think, am I going to be able to sustain myself throughout the month? As a result, there was a month where I spent a lot of money on grocery because every time something is finished, I would go and buy it. And I think because this lady, I think it was Ianla Van Zandoe, she was saying that she grew up so poor that sometimes they did not have money. And as a result, when she got money, she would always make sure that her fridge is full. And she would tell her kids that they are so ungrateful because the fridge is full, not knowing that they don't want food, they want something else, like they want maybe the connection with their mother. And I think that is so true. When you've dealt with a trauma and you don't want your kids to experience the same thing. But this has also allowed me to learn that um my struggles and my traumas are not going to be the same as my kids' traumas. And just because I always fill up the fridge with food does not mean that my kids are not going to be sad sometimes. It doesn't mean that I am this great mother. Yes, I'm doing my best, but knowing that each generation has different struggles, they have different things that they deal with, and also just trying to understand what are they facing in this generation. And I think one of the biggest things that this generation is facing is the comparison, where you log on to Twitter or Instagram and you see people that are so young and you feel like they're making it, even though some of them are lying, even though some of them have rented those nice cars or those nice houses, even though some people do things for the sake of content. So as you grow, you see traumas that you had no idea about, and you realize that healing never ends, and that's okay because we never complete. And I think for me, that teaches me to love myself right now, fully, unconditionally, and know that I can be incomplete and whole. I can be a work in progress and still love myself unconditionally, because when you love yourself unconditionally, you will not be shaken. When you love yourself unconditionally, you know that you've got you. Oh, let me share the last lesson actually before I go, because I have like 5 minutes now. Um, so this was also my word of the year, one of my words of the year, and that is authentication, being yourself. So what I've learned as well is when you are being yourself, you are giving people the permission to love who you are. If you are molding yourself to a version that you think people will want from you, then you're not giving people the chance to love who you really are. And who you really are is the easiest thing you can ever express, because it's who you are, right? So learn to accept yourself, accept your flaws, accept your clumsiness if you have that, accept your shadow sides, accept your the sides that you want to hide, and know that no one is perfect. And when you are showing up as the best version of you, you are giving people the chance to love the real you, instead of stressing yourself out, instead of going above and beyond, molding yourself to a version that you think people will want from you, right? So yes, I think I'm gonna live my life here, or maybe let me just stay for 5 minutes. My yoga starts at 10:30 and I wanna leave by 10:25. Now it's 10:22 because I want to get a nice mat in the front. I'm actually so proud of myself. Oh, another thing that I've learned, I have been saying a lot of things, but another thing that I've learned is you need to learn to celebrate yourself. You need to learn to celebrate your wins. You need to celebrate every small achievement, because for me, when I started doing yoga, I was falling. I did not have balance. I wanted to be at the back, but now I have at 10:25 I have to be there because I want to get the best spot in the front where I can focus on what I'm doing. And I've also realized that when I am at the back of the yoga class, there are some people who, I don't know if they are nervous or they new, but like they're so worried about falling, they're so worried about not getting it right. So for me, I want to be in the front so that I can focus on my poses, I can focus on being serious and giving it the best that I can. So I'm going to love and leave you guys here. Have a beautiful, 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 beautiful weekend, and have a day as beautiful as you are. I love you guys so much, and I love doing these lives, and I'm gonna try to be consistent and come here every Saturday. But I'm not gonna lie, it is not easy, especially when I'm going through something in my personal life. So recently it has been my son's eye problem, where I've just been feeling like, you know what, I feel burnt out. I feel sometimes I even feel scared, like parenting is not easy. um but I'm gonna try and keep showing up, because the promise that I've made to myself in January is I am going to show up for myself, especially here on YouTube, every week until December. And I know that when I look back, I am going to be so proud of myself. And now it's July, and already I am so proud of myself when I look back. So don't forget to celebrate yourself. Don't forget to show yourself some love. Don't forget where you come from, and celebrate every milestone, even if for some people it seems insignificant. You know your story, you know where you've been, you know where you want to go. So love yourself and have a day as beautiful as you are. And remember that in life you'll have two options: to choose love or to choose fear. Choose love, and don't let go of your playfulness. Okay, I love you. Goodbye.